What's up, guys, and welcome to Stay Tuned, the show that brings you education, motivation, and demonstration. And today we're going to be talking about thumbnails. But before we get started, our motivator for today is Gary Vee, who says spend 0% of your energy on things that don't matter. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so we're not talking about that kind of thumbnail, but we are talking about custom thumbnails created for YouTube videos. So we're going to learn how to create those today in Photoshop and also in Canva. So let's get started, guys. Woo! Alright guys, so now that we're at the desk, let's dive in. But before we get started, we actually need to ask ourselves, what exactly is our video about? Alright guys, so here is my thumbnail for this video that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to break down a little bit as to how I got started with this, guys. First of all, guys, I started with a photo of myself that I took on my camera. I actually took a bunch of different photos, guys, and I just went through each one and I found the best one that I thought fit for this thumbnail. And so I did the thumbs up and I pointed over. Basically, this pointing sign is saying that, this is me putting up my little words here, and I knew exactly where I was going to place my wording in my photo, so I automatically pointed over to the words like that. So basically, this is what I did. I went in and added my text like I like, and then I went in and I also added in my lines. Now, how I did this is, all right, let me show you guys. I typed out my text and I went in, double clicked to pull up my layer styles here, and I found a stroke that I liked, and I changed the color of the stroke to get this color here around my text. And I basically duplicated that same effect onto the rest of my text. Then what I did was created a new layer, and I used the Marquee tool, and basically you want to kind of think of selection around my text like this. You want to kind of think of things that are very creative. My text with white, pressing Control and backspace. You want to kind of use images that stand out in your foreground color here. You want to kind of use images that actually stand out. Control deselect to deselect, and I did this for each one of my texts here. To get the different colors, I got white, catches your eye, white, black. And basically, the reason why I did this is because it really stands out. That nice green that I have here, and then also that blue really stands out with my shirt. With my next you want to figure out things like that. And those colors really pop because next you want to figure out images that portray those topics. Size that things that catches your eye. It's going to be use things that are very interesting. Pop. You want to catch people's eyes, right? The next thing that I did, guys, was actually next you want to figure out images that kind of portray that same message. You kind of want to look for if it's about thumbnails, basically. Use thumbs. Use basically different little things and different little of myself. Use thumbs that I used or whatever. And how I did that was I went into the quick selection tool over here. And basically, I made a selection. So now that we figured that out, you kind of want to use images that portray that same message. You kind of want to look for things that are interesting. All right, guys. Okay, so let's around my entire body, and then I click the layer mask button. Before we jump into this, we kind of want to figure out exactly what our video is about. Make an all right, guys. So before we jump in, then I went in and double clicked, added my layer style. Let me watch that. This drop shadow here with the red. All right. And then, guys, I went in and created myself a background for my image. I made a new layer and put it up underneath my photo that I had already cut out of myself. And I went into the gradient tool right over here, double clicked, and went up here to the colors. You can select any one of these you like, but basically you start with one of these, and I just added in my own colors by double clicking the little color pickers right here, and went over and selected the same green color that I have over there and the same blue color that I have on my jacket and pressed OK. All right. So guys, this is so far everything that I have going on, but you really want to make your images pop. You want to make the colors really pop because that's another great thing that catches people's eyes when they're scrolling and they're moving down really fast. Because you know how we scroll when we're looking for a video, because there's like 1,000 videos and we're like, which one is the best? You know, and it's a very hard choice because it seems like every last one of them has a great thumbnail. And so you don't want to waste your time. So you're like, which one is the best one? And you click one. So what I do is I add in a little bit of contrast to my image to kind of give it that extra detail and give it that extra pop. But then also I add in a little bit more saturation to give it that extra color and you know, make those colors really go, you know, pop. And that jacket looks really nice. You know, those colors look really nice, all the lights and everything like that. It just looks great, guys. And so when you zoom out, you got this image versus this image. One's flat and one's full of color. All right. It's just a little small detail that you can do to your photos to make them a little bit more. Now, one thing that I don't do with my thumbnails is actually do this part here where I actually cut myself out and drop in a drop shadow or a stroke around my body. I know a lot of people do that, but that's not my personal preference. I just like to leave it alone. But for this instant, it looks really good, and I think I'm going to use that. On to Canva, guys. Let's get started. All right, guys, so we're here in Canva. So how do we get started is we actually come up here to the Use Custom Designs. All right, we click that. We type it in. I've already typed mine in, which is 1280 by 720, and you press Design. And then it'll open up our canvas here, our layout area here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down to where it says Uploads. And then you press Upload your own images. Figure out exactly which one I liked, guys. So you got to bear with me here. I think it was this one. All right. So now that we've uploaded our image, it'll load up here for us. We can kind of grab that, and I think it's done. So let's just drag it over here, guys. And now we're going to resize our image to kind of fit this entire thing here. Kind of get it to about right there. My whole head is in the frame, guys. And boom. So now we want to add in our shapes just like I did in this one here. So what you want to do is go over here to where it says elements. We're going to find shapes. And then all of these shapes are free to use. So let's just click this one. And basically, we're going to resize this. Get it to exactly the size that we want it, guys. And we'll go to our text. You can pick out whichever text you'd like to use on here. All right, guys, and we're just gonna change the size here to kind of size it down a little bit more. And then we're gonna change our colors here, guys. We're gonna turn this to a blue like we like it because we like our things blue. All right. Kind of center it a little bit. Drop it right there in the middle. All right, guys, so now we're gonna add in our next piece here. And change our colors up here to black. And delete this one. All right, guys, so we're gonna go to our advanced settings here, And we're now going to add in a little bit more contrast, a little bit more saturation, and we're going to add in a little bit more sharpness to our image. Let's get started. All right, guys. So now what we want to do, since we're done with our thumbnail, is go to download, go to PNG, and hit download. And it will load up for you like this. All right, guys. And here is our photo that we created right here. And this is free, guys. Canva is completely free. You do not have to pay for anything to use Canva at all, guys. So of course it's a better route than Photoshop. If you guys do not know how to use Photoshop, Canva is always a good program to use, guys. All right, guys, so that wraps up. That was my bearded dragon.